Good evening, loves, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, and I'm coming at you with Empath Joe. Good evening, loves. I hope your day have been great. Okay, I'm a little offbeat right now because my time is 10 p.m. But sometimes you have to make adjustments. Good evening, Brian. How are you doing tonight? Good evening, Preston. How are you doing? Thank you guys for joining. Okay, I'm gonna see if my guest is in the building so I can get her in here and get this party started. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. You guys, I apologize. I'm on. Wait a minute. An invite. So hopefully we can get her in here. This phone is new. Good evening, good evening, good
Greetings. I love the
evening, ladies
morning.
and gentlemen. Welcome to
Yes.
a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the one and only Empath Joe. How are you doing tonight?
Greetings, everyone. I'm very well, thank you.
I love the new look.
Grateful to be here. It's actually an old one. I put the hat down for a little bit, but it's back. It's back in action.
It looks nice. It looks nice. You want to say hi to
Thank you.
the audience, please?
Greetings, everyone. I am Empath Joe, host of When We Talk We Heal. I also read tarot, and I'll soon be selling some crystals. So yes, look out for that. And
Yes,
I'm
and her
grateful
show
to be here.
it's really a great show, you guys.
Thank you.
Okay. It really is. I enjoy it every time I watch. Okay, you guys, Empath Joe, she is a tarot reader, poet, and host of When We Talk, We Heal on Instagram. And you can find her at Empath Joe, Empath dash Joe,
That's
right?
right. Empath
Right.
underscore Joe. Yes.
And Empath underscore Joe. Okay, Joe, you started writing poetry over a year ago, but you began with tarot poetry. Please
I
share with
did.
us, with me, what is tarot poetry?
Well, I should have brought some along tonight, but what I did was kind of tell the story through the tarot cards. So for every sentence, I'll have a card which helped to explain the cards. And yeah, just to give the people a bit more understanding of what tarot is and not to be so scared of what's in
Right,
the deck.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, once you understand something, um, it's easier for you to like open up and let go. And you also let go in other arenas because we've been so like tarot is so taboo, like it's
absolutely.
the devil's work and this, that, and the other. But it's funny because when it all gets down to it, it's all the same thing, whether you want to call it magic, spells, prayers, or whatever the case may be. We're all, and everything starts in the mind. So it's
Yeah,
all these ideals and thoughts become spoken vibrations in the earth. And depending on your belief in them, they either manifest or they don't.
that's
So
right.
yeah, it's really sad, that it's been given such a terrible name and whatnot,
Yeah.
Um, so, well, what prompted you to start writing poetry?
It was the people on Instagram, to be fair. It's during quarantine, so a lot of lives were going on, and
Mhm.
I met a few people on somebody else's live that were reading poetry, and
Mhm.
kind of took it from there. Like my cousin was like, "You should, give it a try," and I was like, "I wouldn't know what to write." And it was
Mhm.
actually him that said, "Do it with your cards," and I thought, "Aha!" So that's where the journey began. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, can you please give us a taste of Empath, Joe?
Absolutely, guys. I'm looking forward to
And
this.
wait,
So,
Joe, before you get started, can you turn your volume up just a little, please?
yeah. Oh, sorry. Do you know what it might be? Can you hear me better now? It might be my
Oh, yes.
AirPods. Yeah, is
Yes.
that better? Good, because you're going to need to hear this. I do have some background music, so I hope you don't mind. And yeah. which I start with the scars to my beautiful. So Lavina. Ready? Let's go. Got my little DJ here as well.
That's what's up.
Laffy. Laffy, please, Laffy. Sorry, bear with, guys. I'm coming. I'm going to do a few scars to my beautiful. Yeah, I think it describes me, or part of my journey anyway. So yeah, would like you to share that with me. And here we go. Ready? I hope you can hear that. I'll come a bit closer as well. Scars to my beautiful. A beautiful ugly is how they refer to me. I never seemed to be able to take that positively. Phrases like, you're a lovely girl, Jo, but just not for me. The not for me I couldn't see bled on others so easily. Even the ones that were meant for me. The psychology of me I found in my home, my sanctuary. 432 hertz beats on repeat. I found my peace. My loneliness wasn't lonely. I had me. The structure of love that was taught to me, a scripted love story I sought after, I found within me. My ego was my shame. Now I show the me many failed to see, the me I was afraid to be. My pain is my strength. I found out through poetry. Transformed all my mess. I am a better me. The me I'm happy to be, being, not fleeing, recognizing the universe within me, not effortlessly, but comfortably. I'll parade around with the stars. My scars are my beautiful. They're all a part of me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I love that. Your stars, they're all a part of me. Yes, we're all connected. Definitely. I like that.
So yes, that's
Now,
one of my
when did you?
favorites.
Sorry, I interrupted. What were you saying, sweetie?
I was saying it's one of my favorites now. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That means liking you more and more. It's always um, a good thing because I know growing up, I was pegged to be mean. So growing up, people were, of course, guys are like, oh, you're pretty, you're this and that, you're that. But it was still that in my mind that I was mean, so which made me ugly, and I didn't like to be mean. So, being able to, the more I matured and grew, and I began to like myself. And also, I began to understand through teachings and things of that nature that my anger, because that's what it was from, my attitude and my, being angry or whatever.
Resonate.
That, that its power it wasn't. I just needed to know how to use it, and when to use it. But I decided it was time to always choose to love myself more. So all of that ties in to that loving yourself more and stuff. So
absolutely. That's how I found my peace, by loving myself a little bit more. It wasn't about any others. It was always about me, and I've always had me. So that's where the power is, isn't it? So yeah.
Yes, it definitely is, and it's just like, oh, and people, when they hear "love yourself more," they think that you're slighting someone. I'm like, no, just think, I'm pouring all this love into me, and it's going to overflow. It has no choice but to overflow onto others. So it's not ever about not loving people, because that's our heart. We want to help people, but we're better equipped when we love ourselves. Because I'm gonna treat you the way I treat me.
Absolutely. And people are going to treat you the way you treat you as well.
Exactly.
So
Exactly, you know. So this is my next question. When did you discover you were an empath? And please explain to the best of your knowledge what an empath is and how it has affected your life.
Do you know what? I always knew there was something a little bit different, but in terms of having the name empath, that kind of came a couple of years ago when I started doing tarot. But
Hmm.
for me, an empath is somebody who feels the emotions of others, and not just looking at someone and understanding like their facial expressions, actually feeling those things very deeply, which is one of the things that got me into reading for other people. It's I don't know, it's just like a deeper, more than it being intuition. It's a
Hmm.
strong feeling.
Hmm.
Empaths have a lot of feelings. Then let's say that they feel rather than see most of the time.
Right. And how has it affected your life? Has it just, um, it's also a way you can, so you can pretty much also use it to determine who you want to let in and like be in your space and things
Hmm.
of that nature, I'm sure also.
I think quite simply, okay, an empath is usually, well, is somebody who had quite a traumatic childhood then. So you kind of grow with this feeling, and I think it affects you. It can work out for the best or for the worst sometimes, because even though you have that choice of letting certain people in, because you feel so much, even
Mm.
if that person could be like a really bad person or have bad intentions for you, an empath will see the potential because they're feeling like the negative feels of them, and it's always wanting to heal or wanting to give, sometimes overcompensate even, and will say so. It could work out in your favor and sometimes it cannot, but you know, such is life. I hope that made sense to you and everybody else as well. But yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Now I want to ask three questions pertaining to my three books. I want one of your deepest thoughts, one of your favorite expressions, and one of your dirty little secrets. And it's all in fun. So you don't.
Let me
Yes.
see
Okay.
who's watching. I've invited my dad tonight. I've got to be careful. Right,
E Baby
so
said the same thing. He was like, "Wait a minute, let me see who's watching."
okay, so it's one of my, sorry, what was the first one?
One of your deepest thoughts, and one of your favorite expressions, and one of your dirty little secrets.
My favorite expressions. It's a word, and I'm going to say it. I'm like, I always do. I'll do that one first, and then I'll come back to the other ones. My
Okay.
favorite expression, I don't know where this comes from, but I do it all the time, and it's God help me. It's Ella, darling. I don't know. So if someone calls me, and my friends know, if you call, I'm just like Ella, darling. And it's, oh, it's an, oh, yeah, look, Ella, darling. And then one of my deepest thoughts is really, really sad. It's really sad. I don't even know if I should share that. I'm going to share it with everyone. One of my deepest thoughts is, does my mother love me? And I don't ever want to be that woman. I'm so sorry to if that's triggered anyone, but that is my deepest thought. And yeah, I'm speaking now. That's something I never ever say out loud. So thank you
Well,
for allowing me to
can
release
I
that.
ask a question to that?
Sure.
Did you grow up with your mom?
Yes. Not solely with her. You know, I was mainly with my dad, but she was there. She wasn't there. It was very strange relationship, and it still stands that way today.
Okay. One of your dirty little secrets.
I don't know how dirty I can be, yeah. But sneaking someone in.
Wait a minute, say that again.
Sneaking someone in
Oh!
when the kids are asleep.
Wait, and it's a shame because things always feel better when you're sneaking.
It does. I'm no joke. The adrenaline, it's like 007, 00 Joe. There you go. So, yeah.
See, there you go. You know you're gonna have to write a poem about that.
Oh, I have. I have. But,
Yeah, yes. That is too cute. I love it. Now, Double O Joe, please give us another taste.
oh, I'm ready for this. Okay, so this one's in relation to my mother. I do the weekly show When We Talk, We Heal. And one of the topics was who taught you how to be a woman / man? Okay, so I've titled this one, Who Taught You? You don't have to have the music for this one. I'll go. Okay. Is Earth really my home? For one, I've never really known. Like a boomerang, I have grown. 4 different primary schools, 11 different homes, in 7 different areas. Mother's love, I barely ever known. My mum is a woman who is proud, aggressive and bold. A woman I felt disconnected from, but had to take direction from. A mother who left a marriage like a thief in the night, taking 1 of 3 children to a squat she chose to build on. When my trauma began, the 1 of 3 was me. Left alone for hours and a day, left alone with those that meant the world to me. She can't come for her picnic. I heard everything, felt it so intensely. These people thought they only had to feed me. They say it's my family. Never felt the ambience of family until Daddy came for me. Still, I couldn't shift the feeling of people not wanting me. I was already taught I don't belong to a family. And my mother, barely beside me. Yet, my mother is tough, powerful too. She'll take shit from no one. Even a man would get his dues. I never had much mother time. Don't remember saying or hearing I love you. She gave birth to me though, like the love must be true. Yet, still felt like a ticket that gets someone through. Excuse me. Never felt comfortable with what she chose for me to do, the spaces we shared, even the food. Never really felt safe. Just knew what she said I had to do. And that's that. Yeah. Thank you.
I keep telling I have to find an effect sound, a sound effect that goes with poems, and I've been looking for another
Thank you,
app
Dad.
for that because you know you don't want to go for a poem like that. You know what I mean? Like, but that
Need
was
a little bell or something, maybe.
yeah, yeah. Or maybe I'll get a chime or something. Yeah, I can ring or ding or yeah. Okay, see now I'm gonna have to go on a little shopping spree for something like that. That's a great idea. Thank you. But wow, it's I get when I hear about daughters who don't get along with their moms, it kind of makes me sad because I'm like, the first thing we have in common that we should definitely be able to click with is that we're girls, we're women, we're feminine, we're, you know,
Absolutely.
so that,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's,
It's difficult, but at the same time, like, make no mistakes. I do love my mum. I just don't like her. But she's also had, her journey, and that's how she's chose to live it. And unfortunately, this is the result. But I'm
now,
here to be a better mother for mine, and that's entirely what I'm going to do, and I am doing it. And it can't
mhm.
happen. The cycle stops. It ends with me, basically.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, that's one thing I don't get from you, which is a blessing. I don't get anger. I don't get that you don't love her. None of that comes across in your poetry, not even when you speak about her. So I definitely believe that you love her and you care for her. And that in itself, and that's how you're gonna, like you said, be a better mom to your children and things of that nature. And it stops with you, you know. So that's awesome. That's another thing I like about, wait a minute, no, because I'm gonna get ahead of, wait, let me ask this next question because that's what it pertains to your talk show. Um, well, first, I'm going to ask this one. Okay. These beautiful minds we all possess, um, you study them. How long have you been studying and what have you discovered? And is that why you started your talk show?
Yes. I started it because of my mind and my trauma. Um, I realized that I would tend to shy away from speaking my true feelings. I would kind of skim over, and people could clearly see that I was hurting, and I wouldn't know how to express. And I thought, throw myself in at the deep end. I'm a very good listener. I listen to other people and I can relate to them. I can give really good advice. But I just feel like the more I spoke about my issues or my trauma, then, if you like, the more I was able to heal. Yeah. And I'm just speaking to people, most of them, have become my really good friends now,
Mm-hmm.
that are understanding and they relate to the things. But these are things that I thought were like, oh, it's just silly, it's stupid, nobody would understand. But then I say it and everyone's like, oh my God. And, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's working. I'm triggered by half the things people are saying. And the mind, like you said, it's very beautiful, the way how people think and they choose to deal with things or not deal with it. It's still something we can all learn from. And I think it's really pushing me to become my greatest version, doing this,
Mm-hmm.
connecting with people and all around the globe. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
what time? It's like after 6 for you, and we're like 23, 11:23. So it's that connection as well with good people. Thank you, Kit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, as far as like studying the mind, it I get where you're coming from with being intrigued with it because, and it's something I think most people who do want to study the mind, well, because I heard you say you want to study it because of yourself. That's another reason I like would read stuff about the mind and things of that nature. At one point, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go to school to be a psychologist," and then when I, started reading about how I guess it's a difference between a psychologist and someone who deals with psychiatrics, because I
Yeah.
think that one they have to administer medicine.
Medication and stuff. Yeah.
Right. That's something I didn't want to do. Um,
Yeah. It's a lot.
and then I got to thinking, I was like, well, wait a minute. I think I went through a real, I was going through some things myself at one point mentally um, with dealing with, you know, I guess a husband, I would say. And I was like, okay, from being depressed and just going through with that, it just took a toll. And I was like, okay, I do not want to sit up and listen to anyone's problems. So
Not
I was like,
today.
psychology is off the list. but, but it's something because I still, well, you cannot run from who you are because I still want to help people. It's been like on my mind and heart for like ever. So no, I didn't go to school, but I read a lot of books. with
Mm.
dealing with self-improvement and, and how we can improve our minds and how we can also, with our minds, we can manifest healing in our bodies, in others, and things of that nature. And that's why I really love the title of your show, When We Talk, We Heal. And that is another way we can heal. Um, so I think it's just excellent.
Mm.
So you guys definitely, whenever you get a chance, check out her show.
Please do. Every
She'll
Wednesday.
have a topic eventually on there that'll have you on there in her comments, talking and healing. But
You can come up. And I wanted to say something about the school as well, because even when you are in school, are we not reading books anyway?
Yeah,
So for
school.
me, that was my give up point. I was like, I'll buy these books and read these books. I don't need the title.
Exactly. It's exactly. I'm like, that's another thing that society tells us we have to have the title, we have to have that piece of paper, but in reality, you don't, because the deal
No.
is we can learn anything because you have a mind. All you do is that's where they got the idea of the computer, from the mind. All we do is download it, and downloading is reading. You read it, and your memory snaps those shots, and you hold on to that, and you go on to the next thing, and you keep learning and building and shaping, and before you know it, you'll have a conversation with people you wouldn't even have dreamed of having a conversation with, and then flip some stuff out your mouth and be like, "Oh my God, I didn't even realize I knew that," because we're
Exactly.
so it just opens up a world where we can converse and interact with anybody, no matter where they're from. And I just think it's yes, the mind is a beautiful, wonderful.
Beautiful. So we need to take care of it.
Most definitely, most definitely, and that includes like what we take in, things that we watch, things that we hear, it all, because these are gates. You got to block your eye gate and your ear gate, of what we take in. And also be careful of who we're letting speak to us and what they're
Yes.
saying. Pay attention to what people are saying, to you. And even music. I love music, but I'm careful of listening to music. Even the megahertz that it's in can cause you to be angry, and you're like, oh, it's just okay. What in the world, or
Where did
sad,
that
like
come from? Yeah.
extremely sad. I'm like, I'll hurry up, and I don't care what kind of music it is, gospel music, secular music they call it. It doesn't matter. I'm like, just
Mm-hmm.
pay attention, and that's not to say don't listen to music. Just pick and choose what we're
Yeah.
putting in.
Frequencies are different. You've got to be careful what frequency you're tuning into, because you would tune.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's deep. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree. Now, please give us a double taste of impact.
Double taste. Right, here we go. I'm gonna do one of my first poems without the tarot, and this is no, wrong one. Hold on. I'll get there. So, guys, lights on amber. So yes, I'll talk more after. But lights on amber. At the door of my new chapter, I've just put in the key, but the door is jammed. I can't get in. Low vibe forces cling to my being. Oh, silly me, I didn't see. Subconscious thoughts and mindsets I'd forgotten to release. I forgot to forgive another. Bitterness still followed me. And all the soppy ignorance I thought I had set free. I skipped taking a spiritual bath yesterday. I thought I was squeaky clean. Low vibe forces clinging to my being. What is this I'm seeing? Another thought and fucking feelings. Out here feeling like I'm dreaming, like my problems hit the ceiling. I'm done with all this dealing. Why spirit chose this evening. And it's the weekend. Them lot's meeting up this evening, but I'm not feeling what they're feeling. But then I peep in. We will reason. Then I'm triggered by what V said. So now I'm leaving back to fucking with my feelings. Grab my sage and start proceeding. Gratitude is a must. I am leading. I am queen. I set more goals to bring the P in. I am all I'm meant to be in. I am not quitting. I am healthy, wealthy, living. Past my J, it's time to grip pen, right? Release. I cannot pretend. Life's a gift and life I've given. So it's a blessing to have you listen. Lights on Amber. I love
Excellent.
it. I love that. So yes, that was at a time where I was too scared to kind of step outside my comfort zone and not be that people-pleasing empath Joe that I once was. And I was just triggered by everything and I didn't know how to deal. It was just like, no, but then I'm here now, the light's on green, it's all systems go, guys. Like, hey,
That's what's up.
Yeah, ready.
You know, it's something that you said about always pleasing people. I was on Nima L's show. She was talking about relationships, and they were. She was. One of the girls was saying how, you know, when her husband comes home, she would, you know, to make the place peaceful and, you know, all of this. And it was just. I said we deserve the same. A relationship should be give and take. We shouldn't. I said we go all out our way, you know, for these men, and that's not saying there are no men who don't do that, but just from like hearing women talk, a lot of women, and being a woman like that who would always, you know, do all of this to make it, you know, comfortable and pleasing and whatnot. But they're to do the same for us for when we come home. It is peaceful, that, you know, have a dinner ready or whatever the case may be. We have for so long been so, I think, conditioned that, you know, it's a man shortage and whatnot. So we jump through all these hoops and we go through all of these um, things in order to get the man and then in order to keep him, when they just, if he gains 5 pounds, he is so not concerned. He is not like, oh my goodness, I gotta lose this 5 pounds because, you know, yeah, whatever. He gained 5 pounds and what? You know, for us, yeah, exactly. But for us, you know, and they might, and the thing is with us, with that him gaining 5 pounds, we don't say anything because I think we just love different. Like I think men love different than women because for us, we love them. We just love them. We don't care. Okay, your hair, you know, you're getting older, your hair is falling out, and what? Cut it
Still
off.
love you. Yeah.
Exactly. You know.
As long as it's still you, I'm good.
Yeah. So I think, and it's not bad for us to attack our, you know, mates when we're in a relationship or nit and pick about this, that, and the other. But it's just let's be balanced in it. Whatever you're expecting of me, bring the same to the table.
Yeah. 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 Because I am the table, kind of. Yeah. If we're gonna do that, but yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Now, please give us your last poem.
What am I gonna do? All right. Okay. If my dad wasn't here, I'd do my my naughty secret, but they didn't go with single mother. The choice I made to raise my kids alone never knocked me off my throne, but somehow pushed fears into my son. If a man tries to attack you, you can do this to him, mum. So I show him I'm strong, and I can only think that's what I've done. No matter what, I'm womb man. I am mum. If I had his dad beside me, what other fears would have become? So I teach my children to live without fear and make sure daddy is always there so they know that we still care. See, I can teach about hair, cooking, schooling, many other things, but I can never teach my son to be a man. Co-parenting became plain when I realised my children's pain. Enough of the squabbles and one-upping. With that to the side, along with our pride, a team and our children the focus. Clearer is the air, with a stronger bond there, all which contributes to a better future. So, single mum, yeah, stigma, I really don't care. Just look at the union, the peace, the rising, and the prizes.
Yeah. Exactly, honey, because single mom rule, honey, don't tell me anything different.
I've
What?
got this, okay? So, yeah.
Because it's all about them being loved, period.
That's it. That's it.
You
Every
know,
day. Through everything,
every
that
day.
is. And I'm speaking to all the parents or soon to be parents. Love your kids through
Mm-hmm.
everything. They're going to be mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. And they're going to love you through it. So we need to be our best and do our best. They are the handbook. Yeah.
Yes.
And we need the village too. We need the village.
Yes. Yes. Girl, yes, indeed. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, please, before you go, please tell everyone where they can find you. Leave us some encouraging words, please.
Okay, so you guys can find me at empath_Joe or When We Talk We Heal. Do check out my lives every week, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's British summer time, so do try with the convert in there. Before I go, I would just like to say that you are worth everything. Don't let nobody tell you any different. Please respect yourself and your feelings. Make sure you're having positive conversations with yourself. You create your path. Take care of your mind and your personal space. Big up yourself each and every day. Yeah. And just heal from whatever needs to be healed. Okay. If you feel it, you can heal it. And yes, love and light. Walk in power.
And you said you didn't like talking. I love it. Thank you.
It just came from nowhere. Like, what?
Now, honey. Yes, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the one and only Impact Joe. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Joe, thank you so much for coming on. You are
Thank
such
you for
a
having me.
sweetheart.
Thank
And
you for
again,
having
guys,
me.
check out her
Pleasure.
show. When we talk, we heal.
Every
It's a
Wednesday,
blessing.
guys. Yes. Thank you so much.
Wednesday
I've had a lovely time.
at what time? Your time?
It's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. But BST, British summertime. So more
Yes.
than like, I don't know how it converts, but yes, British summertime. Check my page. It's all there.
Uh-huh. Yes. Well, thank you again, sweetheart. And
Thank
I
you.
will see you on the gram.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Dad and my stepmom, for coming in. I'm so grateful. They never come to anything. So yes, big love to you and everybody else who came out to support me
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys.
See you all. Peace, love and light, Lavina. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. She is an excellent, excellent person. You guys, I will be back on at 10 p.m., my regular time, which is every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. with Touchstone One, Mr. Preston Touchstone. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much. Peace and love.